Welcome to the Thinkit Media podcast. I am your host, and today we will be diving into a lean playbook, how to get more qualified leads without a full redesign. Picture this. Traffic is steady, but leads feel random. Some are great fits, and others are time sinks. Over the next 10 minutes, we'll walk through 5 small, measurable micro-tests you can run in days to tilt every visitor toward higher intent. That's great. Let's get practical.
Let's dive in, most definitely. By the end of this episode, you should be able to pick 2 micro-tests, launch them in a week, and use 3 simple metrics to know if they're improving lead quality: qualified call rate, form completion quality score, and intent signal rate from organic traffic. We'll give quick examples and measurement tips so you can see impact even on modest traffic.
Test 1. Trust and intent placement. Move trust badges, review snippets, and clear intent cues into higher visibility zones, above the fold or near your main CTA, so visitors quickly see why your offer is credible and whether they belong. Add short qualifier copy like serving X industry for Y years, or specialized in Z, to help visitors self-select. The goal is not just to impress visitors, it's to filter. Fewer unqualified clicks, more relevant conversations. Measure qualified call rate and bounce from the CTA area.
A couple of quick examples. On a client site, we moved 3 trust elements: a partner logo, a 2-line testimonial, and an industry-specific badge up to the hero area. Organic visits were unchanged, but the qualified demo requests rose 18% in 2 weeks. Track events, clicks on the hero CTA, time to convert, and a post-conversion quality tag in your CRM. If quality drops, roll back the elements individually to find the culprit.
Test 2. Intent-focused H1s and meta tweaks. Small copy changes on H1s and meta titles can align searcher expectations with page purpose and reduce wasted visits. Replace generic headlines like services with targeted H1s such as commercial HVAC installation for retail chains when the page is meant to attract that buyer. In meta titles, add intent cues, request a quote, or case studies and pricing so searchers land in the right spot.
A pragmatic A/B approach. Rewrite the H1 plus meta and run it for 2 to 4 weeks, or until you have a meaningful number of organic conversions. Track bounce, time on page, and lead quality from organic sources. If you're low on traffic, pair the test with paid ads pointing to each variant, so you can accelerate learnings without risking your long-term indexation. Small semantic matches between query and headline go a long way at qualifying intent before the form.
Moving into the next section, tests that reduce friction. These are where small UX moves change not just who converts, but how useful the lead is.
Test 3. Microforms and progressive profiling. Shrink your initial form to the minimum. Name, email, 1 qualifying question. Then use progressive fields on follow-up touches to gather context. Short forms raise conversion velocity and let you qualify leads faster. Measure form completion rate, lead quality score, and downstream conversion to demo or sale. If volume increases but quality drops, add a lightweight qualifier to the top of the form.
Practical tip. Put 1 qualifying question with multiple choice answers that map to your ideal customer profile. That gives you structured data for routing and scoring without scaring people off. Use hidden field flags to capture source intent and pass them to your CRM. Test the microform against the full form for 2 weeks and measure qualified follow-up rate per 100 leads.
Test 4. Internal link pruning and clear CTA paths. Audit your page for low-value internal links and distractions that siphon high-intent visitors. Prune or deprioritize links that lead to research pages or broad resources when the goal is a demo or quote. Replace them with clear anchor text that pushes users along a conversion path. Strengthen internal anchors to relevant high-intent pages and make the CTA path obvious in 2 clicks or fewer.
On one pruning exercise, we removed 4 low-intent footer links from a service page and instead emphasized a single request pricing path. The result? The service page generated fewer total leads, but a 27% increase in qualified contact rate and a higher demo-to-close ratio. track internal click paths in analytics, and follow the cohort that reached your high-intent CTAs. Measure conversion velocity and lead quality.
Section 3. Experiments that refine messaging and CTAs to capture intent more precisely. We'll wrap with a concise measurement checklist and how Thinkit Media supports this work.
Test 5. Content snippets and CTA experiments. Add short, intent-aligned content blocks, a 2 to 3 sentence who this is for snippet, a mini case study, or a pricing hint, directly above or beside CTAs. Pair that with CTA A/B tests. Compare phrasing like request a quote versus check pricing and availability, and test placement, sticky versus inline. These small content cues help visitors self-identify and act faster. Measure click-to-conversion ratios and the quality of the leads that came from each CTA variant.
Run CTA experiments with clear hypotheses. For example, adding a pricing hint will reduce unqualified calls by 15%. Use simple A/B or multivariant tests for 2 to 4 weeks and tag leads by variant in your CRM. If you see noise, combine quantitative results with a short post-conversion survey asking, is this a fit, for low-traffic sites to validate statistical signals with actual feedback.
Recap and measurement checklist. 1. Move trust and intent cues up high. 2. Align H1s and meta to search your intent. 3. Shorten forms and use progressive profiling. 4. Prune links and focus CTA paths. 5. Add intent snippets and A/B your CTAs. Recommended order: trust placement, microforms, intent headlines, link pruning, then CTA experiments. Measurement: qualified call rate, form quality score, intent signal rate, click-to-conversion ratio. Let's talk about this. If one test moves the needle, scale it. If not, iterate quickly.
How Thinkit Media helps. We design rapid test variants, set up analytics and CRM tagging, run experiments with QA and brand checks, and interpret results across short and medium horizons. For low-traffic sites, we layer paid signals or qualitative surveys to speed decision-making. We stay pragmatic. Small wins compound. If you want a prioritized test plan and a measurement checklist tailored to your site, we can run a pilot and hand you the playbook and results.
If this episode gave you one practical idea, subscribe and pick one test to launch this week. For listeners, subscribe to Thinkit Media on your favorite podcast app. Follow our show notes for checklists and templates, and reach out to run a pilot. We're here to help you turn small experiments into predictable lead growth. That's great. Definitely worth a try.
We appreciate you listening and hope to have you back for our next episode.